Fallout 4, the collectibles, the BottleHead locations, AA Gamer for Life. Okay, so our first five, there's a total of 20 BottleHeads, and they're not in any particular order. I'm going to link all three videos together with a link, so if you're not seeing the one that you need, just skip to the end of the video. There'll be a link to the next video with the next six BottleHeads, and then the third one will have the last nine. Now, the very first one, it's not, you can't really miss it. It's basically right here in the Freedom Museum. Basically, the very first time you come across your crew here, Preston and the rest of the people. Right here is the Perception one. Pretty much right there in plain sight. I guess depending on how you pick your stats in the beginning of the game. I was able to kind of do the book glitch, so all my special abilities are built up to 7. And again, the BottleHeads are in no particular order. So just check the 3 videos. We're going to have all 20 of the BottleHeads in them. And I'm just collecting them as I'm out and about. I might have been here looking for the magazine, and the Logowski Cannery place has actually got a magazine and a BottleHead, and they're both in the same location. Up on the upper floor, in the back room here, the mission related one as far as finding out what's going on with this guy and his cannery place. You'd have to go down into the cellar, and then the little quest will pop up telling you to find out what's going on here. And right here is the magazine and the BottleHead. And basically, this early in the game, anything you can do to help your buying power is a big step. The cap collector, the magazines, it's all good stuff.
Bingo.
At the very beginning of the game, the stuff is very expensive. Money is very limited. So anything you can do to speed that up. Okay, so the next one is Volt 95, I believe. We were down here doing the quest for Cat. Basically, as you progress through the vault, actually the area you got to go to cure her is in a different area, but if you head down the stairs and you go to the right side of the vault, there's like some living quarters where they busted through some walls and all that. There's booby traps along the way. You can see all where the hanging grenades were. I'm not really having an issue with that because I got my sneak up, so I don't really trip these booby traps. But nevertheless, work your way down in here, and we're going to get to our next BottleHead, which will be big guns. The good thing about Fallout is that, you know, they kind of gear it towards, you know,
Hell yeah.
people's how they want to play. I'm not a big power armor person or big guns person. I never really mess with the Fat Man, missile launcher, minigun, any of that. And, you know, I could see where some people be into it, but it's not my cup of tea. I'm more into sneak and ballistic bullet type of weapons myself. Okay, so we're over at the Mass Fusion building, and this building is full up with gunners in the beginning. If you're in here just seeking out the strength BottleHead, which I could see somebody wanting to do. Again, I'm not really having this issue because I was able to work the book glitch. All my special abilities are 10, but that's not going to stop me from collecting the BottleHeads. That's another beautiful thing about Fallout 4 is that you didn't really cap at 10, you know, given that I started off with 10 on all my special abilities and then going to collect the BottleHeads, you know, putting me to 11, and then obviously all the stuff that you can wear as far as your clothing as well. I don't know, with the stuff I got going on, like my agility's 13, 14, 15, and my perception's up there as well. It's just the way I like to gear my character. Okay, but work your way up your path here up to the top level. The bottlehead is like on this hanging statue. There's no issue as far as collecting it. You can get right on top of the couch there and to pick it up. Unfortunately, one of my very last collectibles is the Tesla magazine that's in this building, but unfortunately you cannot collect that till you do the mass fusion building, whether it's the Institute or the Brotherhood. There's just no way of getting that magazine until you do that mission, so it's just the way it is. Alright, so once you get up here, you just hop up here and you can collect the strength bottlehead. You can get it totally without falling off.
Excellent.
Okay, so with the endurance one, the energy building here, it's quite big, and this is the roof. If you got master abilities here, whether it's hacking or locking, you can just pop in that door and it'll definitely make it. But all the locations, I kind of try to show the path as it would be if you didn't have the ability to lock or hack at that level. It's a pretty cool place. Basically, I always come in through the drain pipe and fight my way up. There's multiple Mirelurks, and then when you finally get up, there'll be, you know, I don't know, a dozen or two enemies up in there. So it's a good time to be had. As soon as I get my blood leaf here. Okay, I'm a big fan of making the squirrel stew, so I mean anything you can do to generate more XP, I'm down. So crafting food and stews and soups or whatever, I'm always down for doing it. You get a little XP, plus it just helps you out unless you're on survival mode, in which case none of that shit really helps you anyway, exception of just eating food.
Were meant to swim, the radiation would have given us flippers.
Okay, this guy didn't make it too far. Okay, if you don't have any Mirelurk cakes or if you don't have the aqua perk, the time under the water isn't super long, so you can totally get down here. If you're not doing the aqua perk, I would definitely recommend always carrying some Mirelurk cakes on you. Can hurt to keep, you know, 4 to 6 of them in your inventory. You never know when you're going to be underwater for a while. Okay, so once I got in here, I kept McCleary up there. The followers just seem to jam me up every time I'm down here. So I left him back there, and then I went ahead, cleared off all the enemies up to our next doorway where we have to hack this computer. I don't believe, yep, it's a novice, so it's not a big deal to get through here. Again, because my special ability is up to 10, everything is a lot easier, and that's a beautiful thing. It made going through Fallout 4 this time around a lot nicer. By the time I learned about the book glitch, they've already fixed it. But then when I was playing through it the first time, I was always kind of annoyed that you know, how many perk points it takes to fill up all your special abilities, and I like doing that. having my special abilities all maxed out to 10, but it takes a lot of perk points to make that happen. And when I did the book glitch, it would actually take 45 or 46 points in order to get all your special abilities maxed out, given what they give you in the beginning of the game. So anyway, that's a story for another day. We're on the quest for the bottleheads here. There's also a Tesla magazine at the top of this as well, but again, anytime there's a shitload of enemies to deal with, I'm always down. And you see I'm sporting a deliverer pistol, which means I've made it to the railroad and did the tradecraft quest in order to get this pistol. And it's not too far into the game before I decide to do that, because this gun is pretty sweet. I just wish I'm like a level 123 now. Unfortunately, the pistol just not got the punch you need when you get up into that kind of level. Unfortunately, the difficulty of enemies at that level is pretty strong. So the deliverer just doesn't get it, even given the sneak mode and all that. So I wish there was something I could do to kind of amp it up, but it's already upgraded max, so I can't really do anything with it.
Present. Let's see what's inside.
Unfortunately, it's just kind of the way it is. Okay, so like I was mentioning, there's a couple levels to get to just to get to the upper floor.
Something's about to go very wrong.
Okay, once you get into the main factory levels, when you're going to encounter all the raiders, which is right through here. This is the double doors you go through, and then once getting through there is when we'll fight our way all the way up to the top, is where our BottleHead and magazine is. This is also a good place to stash all your stuff if you're overweighted, and it happens a lot. So at this point in the game, I pretty much collect everything, all the armor, every weapon, junk, all that. But you get overweighted fast, so if you are and you still need to fight your way through here, just stash all the stuff in there and then continue on. Okay, so after eliminating everybody, pretty much making my way all the way up to the top to where our endurance bottlehead is, and as you can see, I missed a few landmines, which means I haven't got my sneak all the way up yet. I guess early in the video I said I did, but apparently I didn't. I'm just used to not doing it because I've been, full sneaked up for a while now, but at this point in the game, I guess I have not maxed out my sneak, which means I am tripping off floor-based traps, as you just saw there. So I mentioned it earlier that I wasn't, but I apologize for that. But this is really just about the location of the bottleheads, and our number 5 is coming up here where we get our endurance, and again, this place is jammed up with enemies. I believe the main dude is in a power suit. Anyway, we're straight ahead. On this table is our bottlehead and magazine. So that's our number 5. Bingo. And again, I'm going to link all 3 videos together, so if you're not seeing the bottlehead that you're needing, just flip through the videos. There's a total of 3 altogether. And that's going to be our number 5 bottlehead, and we'll see you on the next one. Hope you're liking the videos. We appreciate the thumbs up and subscribing, and we'll see you on the next set.